Hi, everyone. I am Laurie McKeough-Smith, and I thank you for being here. You've probably seen my posts about the big announcement, freebies and giveaways, and the time is here. I have created a digital magazine called Edify Your Soul Magazine, and I am here today with some amazing authors that have contributed to it. We are here to talk about it, chat about it, tell you what we wrote, tell you about our plans to create more great content. There are videos, meditations, all sorts of things to discover. And I would love to bring on my colleagues and friends to introduce you to everyone who helped create this. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Laurie.
Thank you for joining me. So we have Debbie Romero, Simone Key, Brian Smith, Nancy Orlin Weber, Colin, Brandy, Jennifer Rose, and we are missing Paul Bannister. Unfortunately, he wasn't feeling so good today. So how's everyone doing?
Great.
Okay.
Great. So happy to be here.
Awesome. So we have been working on this for quite some time, and I'm just going to ask you all to introduce yourselves and maybe tell me about what inspired you to write what you write. And I understand that you all have some giveaways, so you can tell everyone how they can get access to that. Everyone's offering some discounts, and I believe the link is going to go in the comments soon. So you can all subscribe. The first issue is absolutely free. And Debbie, I'm going to start with you because you're right next to me.
Okay, sounds great. First and foremost, thank you, Laurie, for including me in this beautiful collaboration. Congratulations on your baby. For those who do not know, my name is Debbie Romero, and I just love to be of service. I love to be of service to spirit and to hold space, and whatever that looks like in the way spirit brings the essence and the love forward. When Laurie came to me and she said, "Deb, do you want to be part of this magazine?" Immediately I went into reflection. And in reflection, I paused with spirit. But it was a pause for myself. As I paused for myself, it gave me a moment to reflect on my journey of where I'm at today. And I was able to pause and celebrate the milestones that I was able to overcome. I was able to talk about unpacking the suitcase, as many of us do the dance between the ego and the higher self. What that is healing. And I did a lot of healing. My job in this work is over 25 years plus. And as I've done this work, it is because I have been vulnerable. I've had experiences that were adversities and challenges. And many of us take the leap of faith to dive into spirit world with the hopes of feeling better because of the grief or the misunderstanding of how spirit was working with me. I learned to sit with spirit and let the energies come in to move in a way that I wasn't expecting. And so where I'm at today, I wanted to celebrate that and pause with that and be okay with celebrating. We're celebrating the healing of where I was then. I'm no longer there now. And so this little piece of article that was written is just a glimpse of the difference of not feeling worthy or having dealt with energies of unhealed version of self and doing the dance back to love, universal love, and the love of spirit. It's not an easy dance. And so for those who are in this healing journey, I say, I leave you with peace. I leave you with patience and a little meditation to listen to to take you through the steps of what I've done for self. And so, Laurie, if anybody wants to get a free 30-minute reading with me, they can subscribe to my YouTube channel now. If you're a subscriber, the first one to comment in the comments on my YouTube and heart it and share it can get also a free Reiki session with me, because I am a Reiki master teacher. And the first person to subscribe to my channel will get a free 30-minute reading. And for someone to subscribe to Laurie's magazine or surprise article here, they will also get a free 30-minute session and a gratitude journal that I've had the honor to create and be an author of. And so that is what I give back to the community, to be able to say thank you for being part of my journey. Yeah.
Tell everyone about the little photo shoot you did. Really, really quick. Check out her photos.
Okay.
So you'll have to check that out.
If you go into the magazine, here I'm from California, and I was impacted by the fires. And the day you reached out to me, Laurie, there was really so much happening. I woke up and I told my husband, let's go do something human. Let's do something different. Let's take our thoughts away from those fires. I went to the embassy suite and asked for permission to use their stairs, to use their space. And I got me a suitcase and I told my husband, let's go, let's take some pictures. And he got his little camera, his phone camera, and he was taking pictures of me. So my husband was part of this collaboration. And what's nice is that this healing journey that I've been on, he's also been impacted by. So he got to witness a celebration versus a heartache. And so for that, I'd say thank you, Laurie, for giving us an opportunity to shine a little differently and to experience a little fun, considering what was happening around the world. So thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you. Simone.
Hi. Hello there.
I know you are brilliant. I just loved reading your article.
Thank you.
And it ended up being enough that Simone has 3 articles coming up. They're all to be continued on trance. So why do you love trance?
Well, to start with, it was a subject, as I've said in my article, that I was quite scared of in the very beginning. The idea of other minds controlling mine really scared the life out of me, you know. But then I had to come to the reality that they're there to help. The spirit world is there to help. They're there to enhance. They're there to form a collaboration between me and them and our world. And the whole point of the spirit world in our lives is to help us to be better people and to serve each other, serve humanity. So that's what I learned from it to start with. And then as I pursued it, and obviously had to get rid of my doubts, my fears, my insecurities about it. But once I surrendered to the spirit, I realized what an amazingly useful tool it can be to help to build your confidence, your self-trust, and all of those things. It's not just about messages from loved ones, but please don't take that the wrong way, because that's a very big part of my work, is to give evidential demonstrations and private readings. But it's the fact that for me, it shows that it's a living intelligence. It's not just something we access. It's an integral part of us that connects us to that world. And the trance side for me is really a subject that's very, very close to my heart. I feel that even though I can be with lots of people who are very skeptical about it, and I understand why, but once they get it, once they see that it really does enhance them in every way possible, but more importantly, it helps us to have a closer blending with the spirit, so they become more integral in our lives. And it's not something, you know, I'm not a person who I'm working every minute of every day with the spirit world. I have my time, but I have my time on my own with them. And that I class as something that's very special to me, because they know me as I know them. No, I don't know who they are. I work with, what in my understanding, a collective mind, a collective consciousness. And I see the system of guides and helpers very similar to that of mainstream education, where you go into your first school with a set of teachers that take you to a particular level, and then you go to the next school right up until further education. So you wouldn't teach an infant university maths. So those minds that help us along the way, they withdraw, and other higher minds come in, taking us to the next point. And what I love about my work is, and my connection, is the fact it's progressive. It has to be progressive. And you can't be the same from one day to the next, 1 year to the next, 1 month to the next. There is always going to be a transformation there. And that's how they help. In that collaboration with them, it enables me to understand myself even more. And that's the
amazing.
Okay.
I love it. I could listen to you talk about this all day. You make it sound, it is exciting, but you make it sound so exciting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I didn't mention a freebie. I'm so sorry. I forgot.
Well, everyone loves freebies. What are you giving?
So I'm just going to say, anyone who gives a positive comment on the magazine, I'll give them a free reading. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, Brian. Brian is a grief guide, and he spoke about people that have lost a loved one and some coping skills, which is so important. So please tell us a little bit about that.
Again, my name is Brian, and I wrote about a technique that I've come up with for people that are dealing with grief or any other thing that you're going through. It's actually 4 practices that I developed over the years that I do on a daily basis. So what I did in the article is just wrote a very short summary of them, but I do have a full book that I've written. So my giveaway for people, if you go to my Substack and subscribe, the first person that subscribes and sends me a comment, I will give you a PDF copy of the full book. It's called GEMS, GEMS. And again, these are 4 things that you can do on a daily basis to help you improve your mental, your spiritual, and your emotional well-being. So that's my contribution, and hope you enjoy it.
Thank you. I love that you broke it down into a few easy steps for people to follow. It isn't something that's so overwhelming. And I love that it starts with gratitude.
Yeah. Well, people in grief, I mean, our brains are not working properly, right? So when I write for people, I want it to be short, I want it to be simple, and I want it to be actionable. It should be things. I mean, these are literally things you can start doing tomorrow morning.
That's awesome. Thank you. Nancy.
Hi. Hello,
my buddy, partner in crime, no pun intended.
Thanks. And I wrote about that. So
I know.
I love all the fields of metaphysics, and I've done all of them for about 55 years, something like that. So this article, first of all, Edify Your Soul magazine. Oh my God, I love all the articles. They're amazing. Read. Everything can teach us everything. And so I wrote about being a psychic detective, because a psychic detective has to be both a psychic and a medium, and intuitive and a team worker. And it's no different from anything else in life to me. As Brian had said about grief and therapy and how smart he is about it, and kind and compassionate, I believe very much that everything we do needs to parallel each other in how we approach it. There's no difference. Everyone's psychic, whether you know it or not. Everyone can be a medium, whether you know it or not. It just is you want to devote your life to it. And so the article is about what it was to do teamwork and being a psychic detective. It's one of the passions, because I can do it, not the only. And I'm an author of 3 books, one on animal communication with exercises, one on the life of a psychic detective with exercises, and one on Soul Detective, my newest book, 42 exercises on how you deal with all the bumps in the road we all have, and my stories that created those techniques for me, and I keep them also simple as can be. So if you want one of those 3 books, go to my website and go to the contact and hit the general message and tell me which one. And the first people to send are the first people to get them. And there's 20%
That's
off,
awesome.
that said, and that's for a past life workshop. And so anybody wants that, send a general message and why you're interested.
Awesome. Yeah, besides the freebies, everyone is offering a percentage off something, which is great. And Nancy, I love that you wrote what it's like to be you, to do this work. There's tons of places people can learn about it, but I love that you included a lot of your experiences and how you help the families even after
Thank you.
the investigation is over.
Well, I'm the detectives. I'm still friends 40 years later. Some of the adjudicated cases were best friends. Victims, families, victims.
Okay.
The fallout is victims too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's all about, for all of us, either we believe there's a oneness throughout the universe or that we don't, and by what we do.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Colin and his wonderful partner Ava helped bring this home at the end with the designing, and I would love for you to share with everyone more about your article.
Hello everybody. Thank you all to everybody who's joining us online on all the different platforms. Thank you so much. I think this is an amazing project, Laurie. I'd like to thank Debbie for connecting us. Debbie's kind of inspiration. And it's been great being a part of it, even in this short time. And I know Laurie's put so much energy and effort into it. And it's great to be against these beautiful minds and speakers. And I agree, the magazine and what's written in it is quite in depth. So well worth anybody kind of hooking up to it and enjoying it. I love the diversity. I've always loved diversity. Absolutely. And I think that goes with who we are as a species. When Laurie asked me about the write-up, if I'd make a contribution, it came very fast, to be honest. I was sitting here where I am now. And I've always been connected in whichever way, shape or form to light. And for over 35 years now, everything has been about light, wavelengths, frequencies, vibrations, multidimensions, angels. We're seeing a convergence now between what we understand to be the spirit planes, where our family and friends exist, and those wonderful spiritual guides, what we refer to as spiritual guides, and the guides what guides the guides, and the guides what guide the guides of the guides, and so on and so on and so on, through these planes of existence, merging now with interdimensional beings, if we call them that, to different realms of existence. And we're seeing this convergence take place in order for us to kind of come together collectively to let go of this mindset that we're just a physical human being independent of everybody else. And we're shaking that kind of layer of awareness off. And as we do so, we know we're ascending and expanding simultaneously at the same time. We know the ascension process is taking place. So as I said here, after Laurie had asked me to contribute something, it came quite natural. I was just aware of a spirit being stepping forward from the light, and they just said, "Okay, Colin, let's just put a little bit about shifting paradigms." That's what we're seeing at this moment. We're all playing the role in it. Sorry.
No, and I had a special treat. You walked me through a meditation, which I put the link in there, which was awesome.
Yeah, hopefully everybody will be able to hear it. My voice quietened down too much at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. And so I've talked on shifting paradigms, and part of it, I think what Spirit was trying to, or those guides was trying to inspire, is we're in this together, literally. There is a major transformation. We know there's a cosmic shift. We know the old program or patterns and system is dissolving. We can say collapsing, whichever way, whatever it is, it's dissolving and it's being transformed. The energy of the old is now getting transformed. We're the transformers. We are celestial transformers. That's who we really are. And we are bringing about this shift in the world collectively. Nobody's outside of it. So it's a great honor. And so it flowed very fast, actually. Yeah, I had to read it several times. So I actually kind of, and it's only short, when you said between 150 and 300 words, my mind caught it and I thought, oh, hang on, that might be, and boom, it was it. So anyway, quickly, is it a giveaway we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay,
Give something away.
right. So for those who are interested, we do see a lot of variations between the teachings around the world, spiritual teachings, which again, I absolutely love. I think we should all be encouraging each other, and especially the new people, what's coming in, we should embrace them. Whether we agree with them or not, we need to get off the ego trip and just calm down and go, we need to help these people. Okay. So I would like to give away, this has just recently been printed. It's a book, A to Z Index of Spiritualism, a guide to psychic and spiritual development. There's over 300 pages, there's images, etc., clear, simple explanations of anything you wish to understand in this spiritual space. You name it, it's in it. Well, no, don't name it because it's not, because somebody called me out a few weeks ago. But as what I would like to do is if anybody signs up and purchases a year through Laurie and Edify Your Soul, okay, Debbie's just inspired me. I can probably, if 2 people do it, I'll get 2 books and I'll send you them. Just so put the link and I'll happily send the books to you. If you subscribe to Debbie and buy the year's subscription.
That's awesome. I can't wait to get mine.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, Brandy, we had some great chats about astrology.
Yes.
And we have a full moon coming up, which you spoke about. Everyone always gets crazy about full moons.
Right.
So
right.
what got you, tell everybody what got you into astrology? And
well, I was the biggest skeptic. So 12, 13 years ago, I remember the lady who trained me as a Reiki master, she was talking about astrology with some of my, colleagues that were also training as Reiki masters. And I remember looking at them and I'm like, okay, yeah, these people have really lost it. Like, how can you believe in astrology? How could you believe that every single Leo has the same horoscope? And then things changed. My father passed away in 2016. I went to go and see John Edward in Houston. And one of the things that he mentioned he doesn't see psychics or mediums. He only sees an astrologer. So I contacted the astrologer that he mentioned, knowing I didn't believe in astrology. I didn't know why I, set up a meeting with her. And she absolutely changed my life. She rocked my world. I mean, in so many ways. I ended up studying with her for a year and a half. And here I am now as an astrologer. It's so interesting because one of the things that she mentioned to me in our session, she said, you know what, you have it in your chart to actually work well with astrology and to understand it. And I'm like, oh, okay. And, she got into the session within the first 5-10 minutes. She told me the story of my life. I'd never met this lady before. And I'm like, yes, I'm doing this. So I'm really passionate about astrology. I'm passionate about helping people to understand themselves through their natal charts, because I think that that's when you're able to really step into your highest potential, is when you understand who you are and when you can be authentically you. I also love helping parents who have children, I think it's so important for you to understand how your child is wired. And I say this as the mother of 4. I've been a full-time homeschooling mom for the last 15 years, and all 4 of my kids are different. And I cannot approach them all the same way. I have to understand how their mind works, how they see the world. So that's how I use astrology. I love to help people reach their highest potential, and then to understand the people in their lives so they can support them in being the highest versions of themselves.
I love it. Another way to look at things, another tool for parents to help their kids. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, and by the way, my YouTube channel, Brandy Khan, I'm giving away a free natal chart reading to the first person who subscribes to my YouTube channel. And then you also have to go to the fun little video that I posted about Capricorn. Okay. This is so interesting. Capricorns have won more gold medals than any other zodiac sign. Okay. And there's a reason why, and I tell you in the video. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then in the comments, the first person to comment, Edify Your Soul, is the person who's going to get the free natal chart reading.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Laurie.
Jennifer, last but not least, you channeled a beautiful piece, and anyone who got to peek at it just thought it was so lovely. So tell us about that.
Thank you, Laurie. So happy to be with everybody here, and so nice to see all of our friends over here in the comments. We're having so much fun seeing all the support that's coming on. And thank you, Laurie, for this beautiful work that you've created, because it is a labor of love, and there's been a lot of love around it too. And it's like, I'm very honored to be part of this group and have been able to contribute. And so I just waited for Spirit to kind of knock on the door, kind of like with Colin, and wait for that moment. It's like, okay, we're ready. This is what we're doing. And so we channeled this fun piece together, and it came out really good. So I was very happy with it. But it's a fun piece about what it's like to start on this spiritual journey. And it's a very mystical and beautiful and mysterious experience as well. And so I feel like together, Spirit and I have kind of touched on that, like touched on the essence of the mystical and the mysticism and the dance that we go on to when we enter through that door. And it's a whole nother world. And it's kind of like going down the rabbit hole and you never come back out again. You know, you're always going to be connected in that beautiful way. But I really did have a lot of fun creating that with the help of Spirit. Yeah. So
that's awesome. And what are you giving away?
So I'm giving away a free 30-minute reading. And to do that, all you have to do is go to my website, subscribe to my newsletter. You'll see a little box on there that says subscribe to newsletter. And then go to the contact form, which says get in touch, and type in there, I subscribed, Edify Your Soul magazine. And the first person who does both of those two things, because it will tell me who it is, and I will contact you and let you know you are the winner of the 30-minute reading, and we will set it up. So I'm very happy to be part of this with all of you. So thank you again, Laurie. Thank you for everybody here.
That's awesome. Thank you. So I think we got to everyone. We do have some bonus content. We have some videos in there. All sorts of different things. We have a sneak peek as to what's coming next issue. We already have a nice lineup of articles. And does anyone else have any final words?
It's a beautiful magazine, Laurie. You've done an excellent job. It's absolutely gorgeous. You guys, please do. You're going to be sharing the link so everybody can see it. Is that correct? Yeah. So yes. Please do subscribe. It will be well worth it. It's gorgeous.
You can go to edifyyoursoulmagazine.com and see it there. You can grab it from the link that should be in the chat. I'm sure it's been in there a bunch of times. It is free. Please spread the word. Share this video, just like we did if you shared the advertisement, share this video and receive an invite to a private group reading that Colin and I are going to do on February 21st, right after we have a live chat about something spiritual, psychic, mediumship,
The blending of
them all together. Yeah, absolutely. Again, I wanted to give a shout out to Paul Bannister. He also contributed to this. He wrote a great piece. Please check it out. He wasn't feeling well today. And maybe we could just make up a giveaway for him and tell him this is what you're giving.
He's doing 5 free readings, tell him.
5 free readings. Okay. Write to Paul. Go to his YouTube channel. Comment on his latest video. How's this? Comment on his latest post on YouTube and be entered to win a free reading. Hope you don't mind, Paul. And 20% off something, I'm sure. We'll put it in the book. So again, thank you. Thank you to the authors. I am beyond grateful. This was awesome. This was fun. And we'll see you soon.
Can I just mention one last thing, if I may?
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much. What I found connected me to the different contributions, reading through them, was how current and up to date they are with the current affairs of, and the current field, if you like, the play of where we are spiritually speaking in this big change. There was glimpses of the past in it, but it was more about the present and moving forward and being progressive. And that seemed to stand out to me so much. So I think anybody who wishes to get the magazine, I would highly recommend it, because if that trend to keep everything current as far as the current spiritual or the current news in the spiritual space globally, which includes everything, to do with whatever it is, for all of us, I think it's going to be an amazing, absolutely amazing magazine to be able to read.
Absolutely. The blending, we need all sorts of people coming from different directions. And as long as we all have the same goal, which is healing, right?
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I need to say thank you to Ava as well.
Thank you, Ava. She was such a big help behind the scenes. So many people were. Okay, so subscribe, check it out, share it, buy 6 months worth, and thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Now for some bonus content. Let's hear how these authors answer this question. What do you know for sure?
What I know for sure is that mediumship is a beautiful dance between the souls. It is not an interview. It is not a question and answer. And it's not an interrogation. We shouldn't be looking for answers. We shouldn't be looking for the right questions. We should be listening with our entire mind, body, and soul. That is how you will convey the messages that your spirit visitor would like to convey to your sitter.
So what I know for sure is that everything will be okay in the end. And if everything is not okay, it's not the end. This is my favorite quote by John Lennon. I can't promise you that things won't get worse, but I do promise you that things will ultimately get better.
What I know for sure is there are no absolutes. I understand that I can believe I know something, but without proof, without evidence, without waiting 10, 20 years to see if science has created some more understanding of something, no, I don't know. There is nothing I know for sure other than I'm here in the moment. My name is still my name, and I answer to it. That's about it.
So, what I know for sure is that there is a spirit world, and that world exists regardless of whether I open my mind to it or I don't. And my aim, my objective, is not to prove that we survive physical death, but to show people that they have access to this power that's around us and they can use it to help them cope with life. I want people to know that it's not just a few of us that believe it. It's everybody. It's part of everybody. And we all connect to that power individually, no matter where we are, what we do, what color skin, what ethnic minority. We are all the same. And I believe that we are all part of that divine power that's part of God. And that's what I believe.
Brandy,
Yes.
what do you know for sure?
What do I know for sure? What I know for sure is that each of us is here on a journey, like to evolve our soul. And each obstacle, each challenge that we come across has the potential to be a pot of gold for us, for our development, for our evolution. So, what I know for sure is that every single thing that I encounter in life, every single thing that you encounter, that everyone encounters, every experience is meant to bring us back into wholeness, into more alignment with our higher self, into more of who we are.
Okay, ready for your question?
Fire away.
What do you know for sure?
Wow, what a question. What do I know for sure? I know for sure that emptiness is the source of all things. Emptiness is where everything is born from or born out of. And even though the word says emptiness, it cannot be defined with human language. It's a knowing what contains light itself and that which is the source of light.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Are you ready for your question?
I don't know. I'm a little nervous. Okay, go
What
ahead.
What do you know for sure?
In reference to what? Oh, that's a great.
Totally open.
Okay, what I know for sure is that I'm here sitting with you and Colin in spirit. I know that for sure.
Okay. That was perfect.
I know for sure is that we are spirit, and spirit is love. And this love is part of our being forever and always. There is a light of spirit, there is a presence of love in each and everybody and in everything ever existed. We may not be able to see it, but it is there. and through our own journey of unconditional love, one way or another, we will all find it. We will all find this love inside of us and all around us. Love, beauty, hope, and grace are ever present. They cannot die. And they are you.